Hi, we're back cooking with Sharon. I am going to show you, as you can see here, something that is super simple. You know, I'm all about ease, as you all know, and super good. You know, a lot of times I make a lot of seafood dishes, and you may eat po' boys. We're going to show you how to make some fried green tomatoes, and everyone wants a good sauce, right? Well, a remoulade. You know, a lot of times people will just go in the store and pick something off the shelf. Well, why do that when you probably have most of these ingredients at home and you can make it yourself? We know it's going to be fresh, we know it's going to be good, and we know what it's going to be very simple to make. So let's get started. As you see here, actually, I'm going to make a bigger bulk or a bigger batch than I would normally demonstrate and show you all, because we have a couple of events coming up that I know we're going to have to use this within the next day or two. So I have just a traditional mayo right here, heavy duty. You know, a lot of times you can get the light version. I would suggest for this type of sauce that you use the heavy duty. I have a Dijon mustard right here. I also have celery, green onions, parsley, and then a few different seasonings. So the most important thing is when you're making a remoulade is really it's all about your personal taste and preference. I mean, you have a basic recipe that you could probably follow and it'll just be okay. But, you know, today I'm thinking on the spicy side because we're going to be serving crab cakes and, like I said, some fried green tomatoes. And I think just that extra zest of like heat is going to make it that much better. So let me just show you. You probably have this stuff already at home. So we've used this before, RoboCoupe or a food processor that you may have. If you don't have this heavy duty type of equipment, it's all good. You can use a Vitamixer. You could use a NutriBullet, anything that has that high speed blade on it. Or if you don't want, like some people like their remoulade with a little bit of texture. Today, I'm going to make it so it's not as chunky, but sometimes you may have the chunkiness. One thing I don't have here today that you may want to include is like dill pickles or a relish. You could dice, or it's already diced, but you can put it in as well. I'm not going for that flavor, so we're going to use what we have here. So I'm going to get started with putting in celery, and I've kind of already pre-cut it just to make it easier to blend up. Again, we have our green onions. You can also use red onions if you like. I just wanted to use that today. And then this is fresh parsley. We're going to get this stuff started in our food processor first, and then we'll add the other ingredients. All right. Like I said, we want to grind it. This will have some texture to it, but not a whole lot. And you just want to like make sure that the sides are kind of like taken care of. Mix it all in together, and then start it back up again. Now, once we add in some of these other ingredients, it's going to break down just a little bit more. Again, I'm sharing and giving you guys recipes that are going to be so easy for you to do at home and probably a little bit more economical too. Okay, so typically what we would do is about a cup of mayo, but like I said, I want to make extra, so I'm going to, unfortunately, you all know I'm not really a measurer, but I'm going to tell you approximate measurements of what just a basic recipe would be. So typically you'd put in about a cup of mayo. Like I said, I'm going to do just a little bit more because I want to make some extra. So we'll have the mayo in here, and then I'm going to put in Dijon mustard. Let's see. And I'm not going to use a whole bunch. I'm just going to start off with a little bit, and then we're going to add based upon taste. So again, I'm going to make this a little bit more spicy. So what I have here is I have a Cajun mix that we're going to put in about a tablespoon And then I put, let's see. This is cayenne pepper. We'll put just a little bit in. We don't want to make it too spicy because I have sriracha here as well. And then also Worcestershire sauce. This is going to add a nice flavor. We'll add in probably like a tablespoon to start off with. And then we have smoked paprika. Again, I like the smokiness, so we're going to add in probably like a teaspoon of paprika. And then, of course, it's Cajun, so I'm going to add in, this is Old Bay. So we're going to add in probably about a tablespoon of Old Bay. And then to go for that smokiness, I have liquid smoke. So we're not going to put a whole lot in. We'll put in probably like a teaspoon to start off. And then, like I said, I have sriracha right here. We'll just add just a bit. And then, of course, you guys know, I love garlic. So today, instead of using the granular garlic, this is another favorite of mine that I like to use is a paste. It's a little bit more potent, and I just like using it in stuff like this. So we'll put in probably like a teaspoon. And let's blend it together and see what, you know what, before we do that, I'll just put a pinch of pepper, black pepper, and then just a tad bit of salt. Just regular white salt. Okay, let's do it. All right. So it's good consistency, of course, but I like mine with a little bit more redness to it. So I'm going to add in just a little bit more of the smoked paprika. Let me just make sure, because that's cayenne pepper. We're in trouble. Yeah, smoked paprika. And then just a little bit more of the Cajun seasoning. All right. And I think again, this is taking us maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's so simple. Okay, let's taste it because we may need to add in some other ingredients. But as you see here, it's looking very good. And it's homemade. It's homemade, you guys. So we know what's going in it. There are no preservatives. And it's just that much better because you made it with love. All right. It's not as spicy as I need it yet. So I'm going to add in just a little bit more sriracha. So again, we started off originally like a tablespoon. We'll just add in probably like another tablespoon of sriracha. There's plenty of smoke that I'm tasting right now. So that's all good. We're just going to add in a little bit more Cajun seasoning and Old Bay. We'll do one last mix and I think we'll be good to go. I'm sorry I don't have anything prepped for you here. Oh, no, I don't. But trust me, you can use this on so many different things. If you watch the next episode or two, you'll see it being used on fried green tomatoes. So, all right, it's looking amazing as far as the color. You see right here, the color is that like reddish orange or brighter orange. And I tasted it, but I'm going to taste it again just to make sure it's to my liking. And it is. It has enough texture in it. You remember we put the celery, the parsley, as well as the green onions. And all that flavor is coming through. So once again, I've shown you something simple. 10 minutes. You can have this made in bulk in batches. So you can use it on your fried green tomatoes, your crab cakes, your shrimp, your po' boys. You know what? Everyone loves sauces. So use it on anything. With that being said, we appreciate you joining us today at Cooking with Sharon. We'll see you next time.